Deng gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
He had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Now here's Mayo. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And Whiteside sends it back. They retain possession. They get it back. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee had an unusual competitor at his position. It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
Now Plumlee, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic. Mayo into the lane. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And again, the Bucks miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Well, Greg, going back to those Plumlee brothers you were talking about, there is competition. And then, Clark, you know, there's this friendly rivalry that'll always exist.
Yeah, the brotherly competition, if you will. They have similar bodies and share some of the same attributes as well. Drafted in back-to-back years, both toward the end of the first round. A lot of parallels.
A lot of similarities, you're right.
And still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis' position is. It's kind of a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for O.J. Mayo. Here's Carter-Williams after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Lets it go from deep. Shot no good. Dragic with some nice D. Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. Good on the shot. Middleton's got his first points in this one.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Dragic. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. Outside Deng. Launches it. Rebounded by the Bucks. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them. And they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten the win.
Wade outside to the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Middleton. And Parker with a clear path to the hoop. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let shots.
A different look for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Johnny O'Bryant comes in for Parker. And it's Vaughn in for Antetokounmpo. And a new group in for the Heat. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control. Finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Vaughn can't get it to go.
Tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Deng can't get it to go.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Dishes it to Carter Williams. Pass to O'Brien. Tries again. He lays it in. O'Brien's got his first 2 points of the night.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Green.
Being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Passes to Middleton. Back to Carter Williams. Puts up a three and released it in time, but it's off the mark. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Bucks ahead. They're up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Off to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Mayo out there with Vaughn. Then it's Greg Monroe. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's O'Brien in at the 4-man position. Now Monroe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Kept alive. Here's O'Brien. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic. Here's an opportunity for us now to focus on some small forwards who play anything but small. The leading shot blockers at the 3 spot. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
Yeah, they really do make up the perfect blueprint of a strong defender at the 3 spot, combining the ability to defend on the floor and in the air.
And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except 3-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The 3 ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Here's Mayo after the made shot from Dwayne Wade.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Over to the left wing. Stoudemire dishes to Whiteside. Wade with no one around. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And it's Monroe at the elbow. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Monroe's got his first points of the game.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Pass to Wade. Another shot. Outside Dragic. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Mayo. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Whiteside. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Stoudemire. Wade's got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter, after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Down low. Parker kicks to Mayo. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Luol Deng is checked in for the Heat. Carter Williams, the pass to Parker. No good.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really like the thought on.
Oh!
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's Dragic following the bucket by the Bucks. Deng with the bucket.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Misses the layup.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Johnny O'Bryant comes in for Antetokounmpo, and Middleton subbed in for O.J. Mayo. Now here's Green. A 14-point game for him in the win against Atlanta. Here's Wade. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Bucks trail by 3. Parker drives in. Wade with the defensive effort.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Green missing. And stolen by Udrih. And here's the fast break. Udrih leading the way.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
The pass to Middleton. Here's Carter Williams. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Carter Williams has got 11.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Here's Plumlee, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
There's Green with the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here is Carter Williams. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte. Lets it go with the 3. And he hits the buzzer beater.
That's a nice way to end the half. The big.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie's a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, that does it for halftime as the game is just about set to get going again.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Talk about some great numbers for Carter Williams. He has 11 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
You know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Stoudemire out there with Whiteside, and it's Dragic in at the point. Here's Antetokounmpo. Soft touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And the Bucks making a change here. Monroe's checked in. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Antetokounmpo against Dragic. Here's Plumlee, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Plumlee's got 8.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent.
Winslow's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Kevin, let's check out how Miami stacked up in the league stats over the last month. 7th in opponent points per game, 10th in field goal percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
And you look at their opponent's points per game. Now, some of that can be influenced by pace of play, but I still like what I'm seeing from them defensively. Getting stops, a big part of how they win games.
Winslow dishes to Dang. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too, but he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Poked loose. For the lead. The shot is off. Excellent D there for Mayo. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the jam by Whiteside.
You could see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes in volume, and that's not his game.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And our 2K leaderboard up on the screen now, giving you a look at the small forward position and the players with the most rebounds per game this year. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forwards.
And back to Luol Deng, I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year, but the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. Lets it fly. It's rebounded by O'Brien. Bucks trail by 3. Shoots a 3. Rebound by the Heat. Stoudemire's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Winslow kicks to Stoudemire. The feed to Udrich. 1:14 left here in the third quarter. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Winslow. Vaughn can't get it to go. Well, Heat leading by 6. Here's Green. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
There's a screen. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Vaughn. Back to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Udrich. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 5 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 10. Now here's Carter Williams. He's got 11. Tries to snap the cold streak. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Heat up by 10. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Bucks shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Miles Plumlee out there with Parker, and it's Carter Williams in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. The drive by Wade. Got that bucket in no time at all. Wade's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Heat. And taking a quick...
Woo! Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
fun.
And
no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Knocked away. Parker with the steal. There's the dish to Carter Williams. 3-pointer and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists tonight. Miami leading by 4. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Carter Williams, the pass to Plumlee. Outside for Carter Williams. Antetokounmpo dishes to Carter Williams. The Bucks working the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. And Plumlee kicks to Parker. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's his first foul. O.J. Mayo is checked in for the Bucks. The Heat leading by 4. Dragic with a wide open look. With the second effort, can't get it to go. And Milwaukee the other way now. Middleton outside. Dragic against Parker. Kicks it to Mayo. Back to Parker. It's Mayo on the wing. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
Timeout called, the Heat. And Jabari Parker, as a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
A moment to check in with Doris Berg. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Mayo with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Mayo into the lane.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
2 shots.
Mayo hits them both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Dragic against Mayo. And the wide open shot from Green. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-4 run. Cope on the pass to Plumlee. They double him with Green. It's Parker, top of the key. Dragic against Mayo to tie it up. Again, Mayo missing. Miami's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Feeds it to Copeland. Pulls up on the wing. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down. Gets 2 points with the bucket from O.J. Mayo. The Heat have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And it's Dragic off the drive. He feeds it to Whiteside. And here's Green outside. Again, the miss by Green.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And Middleton kicks to Mayo. Out to Parker. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for O.J. Mayo. Stoudemire's checked in for Miami. Parker, the basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams. Carter-Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Wade against Antetokounmpo. Dang gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Carter-Williams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
And a tough break as a second attempt at the line. No good.
They'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
No good from Dragic.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out. Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Middleton against Wade. Carter-Williams dishes to Parker. Now Carter-Williams. To win the game. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, how did you guys overcome the deficit on the glass tonight?
Well, first of all, that's an unbelievable rebounding team. So they're very good. I think we made up for it with our energy. We had some steals, deflections that kind of made up for the out-rebounding.
More than one way to skin a cat. Thank you, Dwayne. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside. He came out of the locker room at halftime with some nice shooting, going 3 for 3 to start the third quarter.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
When you talk about Whiteside, you're talking about a guy capable of putting up 20 every single night. We've seen him do that more than a few times, and he's going to keep doing it. His rebounding is fantastic. He's always around the ball, and his timing is outstanding. This guy has great shot-blocking instincts.
And, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.